Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Tennis Manager. It's episode 29. Watching Emma Raducanu and everything that she did recently with the U.S. Open was freaking awesome. It's also really cool that she's an F1 fan, and her greatest highlight of her staying in New York a little bit longer after the tournament was done and was invited to go to the Met Gala. Her highlight of that event, as she quoted on like a BBC morning show, was meeting Lewis Hamilton, even though that's not actually her favorite driver. Apparently it's Daniel Ricciardo, but two great drivers to have on your list of to meet and to be honored to meet and to be fans of. Well, anyway, we're here, we're in action. It's France, and we've got a World Tour International 80 level tournament. Kazanseva again enters one of these as the 1 seed. She won the one a couple times back. Last time she ended up losing, when was it? In the final, I believe it was. This time around, she is the 1 seed yet again, but also her main competition is our very own Elena Ita. Ita is the 2 seed for this one, even though she's only ranked 175th overall. And we have a wild card who's ranked 176th. So there's definitely some competition out there for this tournament. But looking at those two, looking at the simple fact that they are the 1 and 2 seed in this tournament, it would be really, really disappointing if we can't at least get one of them through to win this thing. I wouldn't necessarily think we have to have both of them in the final. Ita in particular, who still has a lot of work to do and isn't quite ready yet, and certainly is not well above those around her. But Kasanseva has kind of hit that point now, ranking-wise, where these tournaments are a bit below her level. Even though she didn't win the last one, we're still kind of there. She should be winning each and every one of these, and we're definitely going to start playing her at a higher level consistently here in the near future. Okay, well, let's get into the tournament. First one, somebody we've never gone head-to-head with, just a 21-year-old, but not the greatest stat line, so I'm thinking this should be a comfortable one for us. You'd think, not always the case. It was comfortable, though. 6-1, 6-0. She only managed one game in those 2 sets. 9 aces, just a few double faults, only 17 unforced errors. Yeah, pretty comfortable. But let's push forward a couple rounds. Ita knocked out in the round of 16, so she gets through the first match, but she can't get through the second match. Like I said, she's got a lot of work to do. Isn't quite there yet. For Ita, this is a good place for her to be competing right now. For Kasanseva, we've definitely pushed it up to a higher level. Ita was 175. Let's see if we can deal with the 176 seed who makes it through the first 2 rounds. This, surprisingly, has happened before. I saw just before I went into the match that Smoden has faced Kasanseva once before, and Smoden came out the winner. And now, 2 for 2, Smoden takes care of business and knocks off Kasanseva. So I don't know why Smoden, who came through the qualifiers, clearly has some talent and has beaten us both times we've gone head-to-head. You could see her, especially second serve return points won, 60% of those opportunities, and perfect 2 for 2 on break points converted. 36 total winners for her. She's very solid and clean, only 10 unforced errors. Meanwhile, 29 for Kasanseva, nowhere near the normal number of winners that she earns, and the 21 unforced errors for her, not that bad, but when you compare it to only 29 winners, that's a pretty poor day. 46% of points won. Yeah, not good. Not good for Kasanseva. And she's out of the tournament, and neither one makes final. So, okay, yeah, maybe she's not ready to totally move on yet, as she's now lost 2 straight of those 80 level tournaments. And as we've hit the end of March, we have our period report for hard season, the first part of the hard season. Gallus has come up the rankings quite a bit, from 770 now to 507. She did earn some points after not getting anything during the previous period. 7,000 in the prize money, and a fairly decent run in there. 13 wins out of 17 matches played. Ita, meanwhile, also climbing up the rankings from 204 to 177. She brought in a lot more money in terms of prize money and picked up some points. Not as good, 9 out of 15 wins, but still not a bad season. And Kasanseva does move up the rankings a little bit, does earn a decent amount of points, 279, brought in plenty of money. And in 8 tournaments played, she was 17-23. She won 2 tournaments during that stretch, roughly 75%. That's not the fantastic record for her that we've seen in times past. But again, we're starting to play her at higher and higher levels where she's just not going to win them all. But winning 2 out of 8 tournaments does kind of suggest that we don't necessarily need to bump her up. Though coming up, we'll see how she performs because she is going to be in some higher level tournaments. Ita into the final of a 115. Let's see how she fares. And she's won it. Wow, a 115 level tournament. Nice job for Ita. That's going to really bump her up in the rankings quite a bit. Big success. I've been focusing on Kasanseva's drop shot, trying to bring it along as it's very, very weak. And we see a huge jump, but she's still got a little ways to go yet to hit the next level. Backhand accuracy is what I'm dually training with that, but it's coming at a smaller scale. See if we can't get that up to a 12 anyway, so we can get her a little more accurate, make fewer errors. Same with her return. Gallus having another good week. Gets through qualifiers. So she'll make it into this next week's tournament, one that we are also in. Speed nearly jumps to a higher level, but drop shot does. So drop shot now level 9, where it was level 8. So our weakest skill comes up another notch. We're nearly moderate in everything. I'd like to get everything into the double digits, so we're at least intermediate skill-wise everywhere as we try to then start pushing things towards 14s, 15s to start getting pretty good in some of our skills. But kind of getting our baseline raised right now has been my short-term goal for Kasanseva. Wow, not cool. International 115 tournament. Kasanseva is the 1 seed. Gallus makes it through the qualifiers, and who does she have to face in the round of 32? Oh, right. Her teammate, Kasanseva. So that sucks. Ita is here as well, and Ita does get seeded. She's the 2 seed, actually. So let's see if she can go a little further than she did last time they were both in. But this really sucks that we had to face each other so early in a tournament, literally the very first round of play. And man, oh man, have they gone together a number of times. Rachel Gallus, they've played 7 times previously, with Kasanseva winning 6 of them. 6-3, 6-2 to Kasanseva over Gallus. So she continues that trend. 5 aces, just 1 double fault, 35 winners, and only 13 unforced errors. Let's hope a little push in the accuracy department and maybe the return will start to make a big difference on the unforced errors, and Kasanseva can start getting deeper into some larger tournaments without so many unforced errors. Ouch. Ita, the 2 seed, she doesn't even get through the first round. So we've got all 3 members at this, and 2 of them are knocked out in the round of 32. So now Kasanseva alone has her work cut out for her if she's going to go on and do something big with this tournament. In terms of seeding wise, we're looking at 4 seed is going to be pretty challenging. That means the 3 seed is up there as well. 5 seed's okay, and that's what we have left. So the 3 seed was knocked out. Katrina Scout is here. She was the 6th seed. She's still alive. Gotta watch out for her as an up and coming player. We've played Hanas a few times, and Hanas is somebody we've beaten all 3 times, and a lot of red in her stats over the last year. 6-3, 6-3, continuing on again with almost standard now. Winners at this level, high 20s, low 30s, or the unforced errors, trying to keep that under 20 every match. When it's over 20, that seems to be when we lose. Oh, 3 seed was still alive. There she is. Rosa Mas. That's who we potentially face in the final, but it's Katrina Scout, who, we scouted. I want to say tried to sign, or did we not? She was the one we were weighing between her and Gallus, and then we ended up signing Gallus. Or did we try to sign Scout before? I don't remember for sure. But either way, we're 100 spots in the rankings ahead of her, and let's see if we can get a result. The only time they've ever played, it was Scout who came out on top. 6-4, 6-3, she pushes through into the final. 39 winners, 15 unforced errors. Again, that stat's looking a little bit better week by week, month by month, as she has developed a bit and spent some more time training this season. It's Moss in the final. Let's see how we do. Yowzer, that was close each and every set, going to tiebreakers. That's insane. What a final match that would have been to watch. We didn't watch on this occasion, but 7-6, 6-7, 7-6. 74 total winners, 61 for Moss. They played 285 points. Holy F. 8 aces, 7 double faults, but 5 and 5 for Moss. Such similar situation there. 47 unforced errors, 39 for Moss. This could not have gone more down to the wire than it did. It looks like each and every game. I mean, 285 points, that's crazy. Let's literally break this down because it says 50-50 on the total points won. But looking at it, 143 points won for Kasanseva, 142 points won for Moss. A single point was the difference in the end. Serve points, both of them, 59%. Return points, 41%. This is crazy. First serve, though, and here's one place where Kasanseva was a bit stronger, 71% on her first serves to 57 for Moss. First serve points, though, was very similar. Second serve points was similar. Break points, slight edge to Moss, both of them missing 4 opportunities, but Moss had more opportunities. Serve return, trying to figure out where the advantage is if first serve, second serve, both attacking and returning. Neither one favors Kasanseva. It all favored Moss. I'm a little unsure how she came out on top. Not a huge payout at 4,700, but it is a tournament win at a higher level. So that's certainly going to look good for the rankings. We'll see if it gives her a little boost. You can see just how good the month is going, and we still haven't even gotten the sponsorship money that we're going to pick up on the final day of the month with that extra 30K or so coming in. So we're looking at upwards of $100,000 in profit just for the month. This new upgrade is really going to start paying off for us quite quickly. Getting really happy with kind of where we're at in those regards at the moment. That the finances are going to start ballooning in a very good, strong way in the months to come. Post-tournament, so not a lot of training going on, but Gallus does hit level 10 for natural fitness. That's good. That's one of her weak points. Picking up a little serve training this week for Kasanseva. Meanwhile, we're keeping an eye on the other ladies. Ita knocked out very early, and then Gallus, who gets through the round of 32, gets knocked out in the round of 16 in her 50 level tournament. So not a good week for either one of them. Let's see what we get in development before we then enter our next one. And let's see, training week. Oh, what a jump. Speed, balance, and serve power. All seeing an increase for Kasanseva. 13s and 14s for those three. Wow, what a jump that is. And so it begins. We're playing those higher level tournaments now. Kasanseva, who's pushed into the top 60, 59th now in the rankings, comes in still a 1 seed at this 140 level tournament. So a little bit bigger, and she's still coming in pretty highly ranked. So I think we're going to more consistently start playing her in some higher level tournaments with better pay and just kind of see how deep she can get in those. She doesn't need to just win all the time. It's okay if she plays 1 or 2 matches and goes down. They're certainly going to be worth more points anyway. But here we go. So a 140 tournament, she enters as the 1 seed. She's up against a 290. We're definitely having some higher ranked players in this one. And speaking of Ita, 6 seed. So sitting on the 140 ranking is good enough for a 6 seed. Let's see if she can at least push through a round or two, maybe get to the quarterfinal, because she's struggled in her last 2-3 tournaments. Ita, again, can't get out of the first round. She is suddenly struggling. But Katrina Scout, there she is again. I didn't notice It wasn't really looking very far ahead, but the 11 seed here, Katrina Scout, now ranked 162nd overall. Sorry, there's some landscapers doing some work out front, and you're probably picking up a bit of the background noise on that. Maybe not. But let's continue on. Round of 16. Can we beat Scout again? Whew. Just 4-6, 7-5, 6-2. Comfortable in the third set, but the first two very scary. As we lose the first one, we barely survive the second one, and we have another pretty epic battle here. 23 unforced errors, 20 for her, 60 winners for us, 51 for her. Just one ace, no double faults though. Makes a big difference, as Scout had 5 of those. 53% points won. I mean, plus 10 this time. That's still close matchup. Semi-final against the 5 seed was a tight contest. The quarterfinal was a tight contest where we actually lost a set. So we're definitely not dominating in this level, but we're still managing to play well enough to squeeze through and get some wins. And this one was a good one. 38 winners, just 11 unforced errors. The opponent only making 3 unforced errors. That's really impressive out of 109 points played to only make 3 mistakes. The final up against Kachanik. I want to say that's Montenegrin based on the flag, but I'm not 100% sure on that. In fact, I'm only about 80% sure. But 100 spots below us, that's somebody we should be able to take care of business on, but we'll see. She beat us head-to-head the one time they've gone up. Hey, it is. Yay me. 3-6, 2-6. We lose the final. At least we made the final. 5 double faults. Too many unforced errors, 21 with only 23 winners. There's your answer as to why we would have lost this one. But either way, we make the final. It's certainly worth some points. It's worth a decent payout as well, almost 5,000. I'll take it. Already setting us up, the month just starting, but now that we have the infrastructure in place, we're already looking at 50,000 positive balance before we even really get the month going. Then when you add in the sponsorship, we're looking at 85,000 in positive balance in the green before we ever even put tournaments in. So we actually don't have to do any tournaments. I mean, we could literally just train and make 85,000 every month. So yeah, I'm happy. We're rolling in dough. Of course, we are investing in that. The infrastructure is the thing. Right now we've got 2 things active. We're just 13 days away until that youth and scouting center hits level 1. We're probably going to throw up that medical center level 1 here pretty soon as well. Just something to, get the ball rolling on those cheaper things. It would be a waste to not take those early upgrades, even though it's still not a focal point for us. The focal point now and forever is to max out the business center as soon as possible. And then Sports Center, bring it along as it makes sense to bring it along, because right now we don't need to unlock slots for more athletes. We have a few right now. We don't need to hire a bunch of additional coaches, and we don't have to go there and do that. We don't have to spend $500,000 to do that. At some point we can and will, and similar to the medical center and youth and scouting center, bring them along. But right now, the only infrastructure-wise continual upgrade that we want to focus on is that business center, because we're reaping the rewards of that. It's obvious why you want to do that, why you want to focus there. When you're starting from nothing and you've got those challenges, it makes perfect sense that finances are the key to everything in this long term. And so you just maximize your efforts there. 7 months, though, till that upgrade's done. We're definitely going to be spending some money in some other departments, because at this rate, if we're putting away 100,000 per month, that's 700,000 coming between now and then. Plus, you'll be throwing in probably some big sponsorship things in, like, say, November or December from the board. We're probably adding in another 500,000 there. So that's going to put us up over 2 million, I would think, by time all is said and done. So spending 150K on the medical center, it's a pretty small amount, and we should still be able to afford the next business upgrade right away. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.